Okay, what you're looking at here, uh, you see a TAC tape deck with the MPEG tape on it. That's my old TAC 80-8 8-track machine. Only paid $200 for it, but it didn't look in that kind of condition. I had to do quite a bit of repair on it. Half of the meters were blown out. I had to replace a lot of the meters with a mismatch of different TAC meters. But the tape deck inside it actually functioned and recorded without a glitch. So it was just mostly cosmetic work I had to do to it. And it still records and plays back on all 8 tracks. But the function keys don't work. I have to use the remote control to get the functions, but that's okay. That's how I use it. And I got that wired up to my Allen Heath board. And then you see another TAC, the one with the blue scotch wheel. I got 2 of those machines actually. That one you see there, I have that one for about, I guess, around 15-20 years. And I bought a used one about 6 months ago. That's by the Allen Heath board. But that one works. Well, they both work good. And then if you look on, I'm going to move the camera so you can see, I have an Atari machine. I'm going to rotate the camera just a little bit. Okay. Okay, the tape machine that's got the SA double E tape wheel on the left hand side, that's my Atari machine, the MS 5050. I think it might be the first version, I don't know for sure. But that tape deck works. It's got a few issues, but it functions okay. And the little 7-inch Kai machine you see on top, it's an old custom deck. It's 200D. I just use that in case I need to do a tape job. Everything's all wired up. And then the stuff you see on top of the big subwoofer speaker, right below the 8-track, that's got the red take-up wheel on the left-hand side. I have a 16-channel snake. The first 8 channels are for record and the other 8 for playback. I had it reverse wiring so I could use the 16-channel snake for incoming and outcoming. Then right next to the snake, I have an 8-channel Behringer direct box I use for the 8-track machine, so it'll be completely balanced on the playback when it comes back into the Allen Heath board. And then on top of the top of the 8-channel direct box, I got 8 converters that converts from the Allen Heath board coming from the subgroup output being converted from low impedance into high when it meets the tape deck. So the tape deck would be pretty much all balanced inputs and outputs. And it records great. And then you can see after the direct box, you see a small laptop computer laying on top of my big subwoofer. I don't use that computer that much. Of course, right beside the 2 tape decks, one on top of the other, I got one of my Scepter speakers that you can see there in front of my 70-inch TV, and you can see a copy of the picture of the stuff that I'm filming. That's part of my recording setup there. And I'm going to I'm going to rotate the camera again. And go this way. Okay. Now you can see the 2 Scepter speakers, and then on top of this paper, let's put it over here. It's not in the way. Okay, you can see me with my gray hair. Okay. Right below the 2 Scepter speakers that you see on the big cabinet, I have a Tascam mixer right here. I'm going to do another video of these mixers, but the left Tascam 16-channel mixer is wired up to my effects returns. This is going into my Allen and Heath mixer, and I got my 2 effects units right there. So I got long snakes and cables going all this direction. So this is for my Allen Heath, going to my Allen Heath mixer for my effects. And then this one here, I decided that I want to use this for just playback purposes only. So that's what this mixer is for. So these 2 faders are my main playback signal. And I use this fader for my subwoofer level. If I want to bring it up and down. That's hooked up to my home theater. And then these 2 other faders are for my left and right going into my home theater. And if you can see, I'm going to move the camera so you can see this stack of speakers. That a guy here. Okay. First of all, I want to show you what I use in my home theater. I'm going to load down the tripod. I mean, nobody doesn't have subwoofers this big. And these subwoofers make a statement. I'm going to move the camera and show you the subwoofer. Long window. Okay. That subwoofer is, it's an 18, double ported, and it can handle 1200 watts RMS continuous power, and I use that for my home theater. And the cabinet is 5 feet wide, 4 feet deep, and 4 feet high, 5 foot wide, and 2 feet deep. And then over here I have another subwoofer that has about the same dimensions. First I get the camera moved, rotated. That's pretty much the same dimensions. It might be just a hair wider, but that's my second subwoofer speaker. And that's an 800 watt continuous power. And then over here, gotta move this down. There. This is my 16 track machine. Right now, the transport runs, but that's about what all that works on it. There's something wrong with the electronics in it, but I'm going to go in detail how this operates on a next video. See you in the next one.